Phil and Ty are talking on the phone, glad to finally be done with their deal successfully. Ty's car pulls up at Manning Resort on Bliss Mountain, known as the home of gold medal winner Maddie Morrison and championship skier Kat Miller. Kat walks out of the resort, thanking a woman named Josephine for signing up, as she can use as many volunteers on hand as possible. Meanwhile, Ty's daughter Anna gets out of the car, optimistic about what Bliss Mountain will bring for her. Ty also starts to unload their luggage from the trunk of his car, still talking on the phone, but instructing his daughter to be careful on the ice. He is so engrossed in talking to Phil on the phone about work that he almost accidentally hits a passerby with some skis, right before the passerby dodges it. Kat takes them from his hand, offering to help and avoid any misfortune. She teaches Ty the proper technique for carrying skis, which works for both him and others, and he thanks her. When she notices him still on the phone, she points out how that is wasteful of the other person's time. Their conversation continues, and Ty shares some information with Kat. He and his daughter are from New York, and this is their first time in Bliss Valley. They will stay here for 10 days, during which Anna will be taking ski lessons from Maddie Morrison, while Ty will be busy working so that he can pay for those ski lessons. She welcomes him and invites him to a party called Winterfest, filled with food, fun, music, and games, on Saturday. She walks away to let him settle in, laughing when he drops the skis again. Jasper works for the Bliss Mountain Snow Company. The engine of his truck gave up in the middle of the road, and he is now thinking of calling someone to get help. Kat sees this and is concerned that they will have to borrow the snowcat from Epic Mountain again. But Jasper assures her that they are approaching a new year with new beginnings. If he manages to keep the ski lifts going at the resort, he will be able to fix the truck. He admits that he was unaware that inheriting the resort would come with the territory of inheriting so many problems. The next conversation Kat enters into is with Mayor Cooper. Kat is optimistic about the ideal weather, but Mayor Cooper would prefer it if there were some actual skiers on the slopes. She agrees and visits her father's shop, where some new skis have just arrived. Her father Gus brings up her old racing days, which Kat insists are long gone. A customer who got lost on the highway and made a wrong turn walks into the shop with his son, asking for directions to Epic Mountain, which is the next valley. He is about to leave when he notices a picture of Kat with the nationwide skiing sensation Maddie Morrison. He wonders if Kat actually knows her. Gus explains that Maddie grew up in this town before she got famous, and Kat was on the US national team with her. He tries to invite him to the Winterfest, but he has already left at this point, and Gus is upset about losing business to Epic Mountain. Kat reminds him that the million-dollar parent company backing up Epic Mountain is the reason why they have more facilities and get more tourists. Her father is worried that the shop won't be able to survive another lean season like this, but she is optimistic and believes that the Winterfest will be their saving grace. She informs him that she is leaving for an hour to hand out flyers for the event with Lindsay. Lindsay wants to know how Kat was able to convince Maddie to teach at Bliss for a week, which is a big deal, considering how famous and busy she is. She confesses that Jasper was the one who called Maddie, and she doesn't know that Kat is behind the invitation, or she probably wouldn't have come because of their history. But it is in the best interest of their town. Lindsay suggests that Kat should coach these kids herself, because she is just as good as Maddie. Kat reminds Lindsay that no one wants their kid to be learning from the girl who choked at trials. Maddie made it, and Kat didn't. Lindsay is disappointed in Kat for still defending the arrogant gold medalist. She gets a call, though, and has to leave. Ty and Anna settle in their room with the perfect view of the mountain, because the hotel wasn't fully booked, and they got a free upgrade. Anna is looking forward to training with Maddie, because she really has to step up her game if she wants a shot at nationals. Ty cheers her on, like the supportive dad he is. He lets her know that he is setting the alarm for very early tomorrow morning, so Anna will be able to do her stretches, have blueberry pancakes, and get to the hill before anyone else. He goes out looking for coffee, while Anna braces herself for the next day. The next morning, Jasper and Kat are brainstorming ideas to elevate their event next week. Kat wants to go big to attract tourists, but Jasper doesn't have the budget for that. He is still trying to figure out all this new responsibility that was handed to him last year. Maddie makes it to the resort and greets Kat, hugging her. It's been a long time since they last met, and Maddie can now confirm what she'd heard about Kat settling back at their hometown. Kat comes clean that she was the one who suggested inviting Maddie to the event. Maddie casually boasts about how busy she is, coaching in Vail and Aspen, and that after the Winterfest, she will spend the rest of the season teaching in Epic Valley. Maddie finds out what Kat has been up to, takes a selfie with Jasper, and goes to her room. Kat gathers the girls who are taking the beginner's class for skiing and leads them to the top of the mountain. Contrary to their plan, Anna and Ty are late, because Ty overslept. They're now rushing to grab some breakfast to eat on the lift before Anna's lessons start. He drops the breakfast while getting in the lift, before Anna gets to class. He drops her off late at her class, handing her some energy bars and apologizing for the tardiness. While Kat is teaching the beginners, she can't help but look over at Maddie's class, where she is pushing the girls to be their best. She criticizes her quietly until one of her students falls. Kat goes toward Maddie's area to get her student's scarf. It is Anna's turn to show her skills to Maddie now. She starts off well, but has a pretty bad fall. When one of the girls tries to help Anna in getting back up, Maddie uses it to be a teaching moment for everyone, that there will be no one to pick you up when you fall in the race. You need to do it yourself. When everyone else leaves, Kat helps Anna get up and gives her some actually useful advice before she resumes her lesson. Anna comes back to her dad in the evening to share her experience with Maddie. While Maddie is better than the coaches she had in Vermont, she was very hard on her. Ty tells her that it looks like she has already progressed because of how smooth her turns were while coming down the mountain, but Anna clarifies that it wasn't because of Maddie. This is when Anna sees Kat walking by and stops her to thank her for the tip and introduce herself and her dad properly. Ty mentions that he works in advertising and uses the internet to learn all about skiing to help his daughter out. Kat is about to leave when Anna recognizes that Kat was once one of the best skiers out there. Anna has watched Kat's races on YouTube and convinces her to give her some pointers to improve her technique. Kat is at her next class, teaching kids with the help of easy words so that she can simplify the techniques for them. This is when Ty comes gliding down the mountain, in chaos and out of control, eventually crashing and falling. She can't help but laugh at his clumsy skiing. He later meets up with her at lunch to apologize for his lack of skiing skills. He offers to pay for her coffee as well and compliments her career. He asks to join her at lunch and tells her all about Anna. She is really impressed by Kat, and even though she is only 15, she wants to make it to junior nationals. He will be spending his evening mending Anna's lucky sweater, which is one of the many jobs he has to perform as a single father. Anna joins them on her 15-minute break and shares that she is still trying to get used to the slopes here. Kat gives her some more useful tips, and she requests Kat to teach her a bit after she is done with Maddie's class. But Kat insists that she doesn't teach at that level before Anna returns to class and Kat goes back to work. Lindsay later asks Kat about whom she was dining with. Kat, though, makes it clear that she has no intention to coach Anna. Lindsay is trying to change Kat's mind when Jasper shows them some flyers from Epic. They are also throwing a party that is much fancier than the Winterfest, which means that Winterfest will be overshadowed completely. Kat is about to give up when an idea hits her. She finds Ty in the hotel's lobby, working on his laptop. Kat agrees to give Anna a lesson in exchange for some business advice. She partners up with him to advertise and market the Winterfest properly and make it a huge success in exchange for coaching Anna. After getting a little pep talk from Lindsay and trying to shake off her nervousness, Kat prepares herself for lessons with Anna. She meets up with Anna and Ty, who will try to keep up with the girls. Ty is surprised when Kat pulls a bag of marshmallows out of her pocket, as she will be using it in her lessons. She explains the purpose of the marshmallows to Ty, which is a fun way to teach Anna an important technique, and hints that he should take it easy with the backseat coaching. So he goes down to the lodge to drink cocoa, while Anna and Kat actually make some progress. During their break, they discuss Anna's family dynamics with her father and her love for skiing. Then they head back to the lodge, where Anna can't hide how satisfied she is with Kat coaching her. Anna and Ty sign up to help out with the Winterfest, as long as Kat keeps helping Anna improve her form. When Anna leaves to drink cocoa with friends, Ty brings up the lack of an online presence for Bliss Valley. Kat invites him to join her on a trip to the town for some errands. They walk around town, and Ty starts to understand the small-town charm that he is going to incorporate into his marketing campaign. Kat recommends a restaurant at the resort, and he asks her out to dinner there. The next thing she knows, Lindsay is teasing her about her date. She keeps on insisting it's more of a business meeting. Despite her insistence, though, she's still dressing up. Kat steps out in a beautiful emerald dress, and Lindsay and Gus look at her adoringly. She meets Ty at the resort, and Anna is with her friends at the hotel doing a camp-in. They talk about how much character the town has, and Ty has already managed to call some news stations to cover the Winterfest. Ty shows her a hashtag Anna has created, and is using to post with her friends. Ty finds it refreshing to see Anna hanging out with some friends, since she is always competing and traveling. Kat commends him on how good of a job he is doing as a parent, and Ty recalls Anna's mother's passion for skiing and how she wants to continue that legacy. Kat understands because she knows how under pressure and overwhelmed athletes can feel at times, and intense coaching can only make that worse. This is why she tries to include fun in her coaching. She confides in him about how she sometimes misses being on a team and putting herself out there, but she feels at ease in her hometown, where no one judges her. She loves this town and really wants to save it. Ty promises her that they'll do it together. They raise a toast to new beginnings. They run into Maddie, who is also heading to the same restaurant. She taunts Kat for taking away one of her students, and insinuates that her class was too much for Anna anyway. Kat sees the man Maddie is with and hugs him. He is Derek, and he was on the US national team with her. He now works for the Ski Federation, and was actually on his way to Epic, but stopped in at Bliss to meet Maddie. Derek is considering Epic to hold the next junior nationals, and Ty jumps in at this point. He sells the town to Derek, piquing his interest in the Winterfest. He agrees to show up and consider Bliss Valley for the Junior Nationals as well. Kat gives another lesson to Anna, and Ty joins them too. Then they all go to Gus's shop to get Anna ready for the upcoming exhibition race. Ty looks around the shop at Kat's photographs from her racing days. Kat gets a text from the mayor about an emergency meeting about the Winterfest and asks Ty to tag along. The townspeople tell Kat that they are getting attention from tourists, but there is a problem with the resort's dining room, which means that they need to improvise to feed all the people coming into town. Kat gets the idea of using a barn behind the resort as a ski barn, where people can stop for a bite while skiing. Everyone gets to work to execute Kat's plan perfectly. They brush off cobwebs, empty the barn, and set up decorations. By the evening, Kat is ice skating in the beautiful landscape. Anna watches Kat fondly as she teaches Ty how to move on the ice. Then, Kat and Ty sit by the fire in the lodge while drinking hot cocoa. Ty finally addresses the elephant in the room and inquires about what happened on the day of the trials that made her quit competing. Kat narrates that she and Maddie shared the same tough coach, who pitted them both against each other. This approach worked for Maddie, but didn't bring out the best in Kat. Fast forward to the day of the race, the snow was perfect, and Maddie had performed well. Kat was a nervous wreck and self-sabotaged as she messed up, letting her nerves get the best of her. She came crashing down and wiped out in front of the whole world. She was too scared to try again. Ty gives her a new perspective. This is probably her second chance, as she gets to coach Anna the way she wished she was coached. Ty is enchanted by the town's beauty, including its people, and one person in particular. He never knew this trip could bring so much into his life. They both are optimistic about getting fresh starts with the upcoming new year. The following morning, Anna is training in her room for the race, and Ty plans to make blueberry pancakes with her before her session with Kat. Lindsay tries to dig into how Kat feels about Ty, and while she does like him, she feels like they are just having fun. He's a single dad, and his home is halfway across the world. Lindsay advises her on how she needs to actually put herself out there and allow herself to be happy, and everything will fall into place by itself eventually. Anna performs wonderfully at their next session, and her friend Emily wants to sign up for coaching with Kat too. Kat doesn't know how to respond, because she doesn't want to take another one of Maddie's students away. Emily explains that she just moved there, and would need training after the Winterfest, so Kat decides to consider the offer. Maddie comes up again, looking forward to the exhibition race tomorrow, to finally have some friendly competition with Kat as a coach. Maddie's condescension motivates Kat to make Anna win. She checks in at the barn, where Ty is hanging the sign lopsided. Gus is also pleased to see his daughter so fueled up about something after so long. Jasper volunteers to make ice sculptures to save some money. Kat thanks Ty for his help, and she wants to thank others too. So she goes to the cafe with Ty to grab hot beverages for everyone. Ty is again enjoying his cocoa and liking his life in Bliss Valley. That night, Kat brings some cocoa to Anna, who is anxious about her race tomorrow. Anna opens up to Kat about how she really feels, and Kat can relate to her. She tries to make Anna more relaxed, and for her satisfaction, offers to give her one final lesson before the race the next morning. She promises to take her to the top of the mountain and practice on the course, because that's what helped to calm her nerves too. Anna feels better about tomorrow, as she'll be okay as long as Kat is there. She gives Kat a pin in the shape of a tree. This is from the first resort in Vermont which she went to with her mother. Anna's mother gave it to her so that it would make her stand strong and remember her roots, and that family grows with time. It has been Anna's lucky charm, and now she wants Kat to take it. Kat feels like this is too much, but Anna wants to share it with Kat, and hugs her fiercely. Kat can't help but feel nervous, back at her father's shop later that night. Her father assures her that she did a good job with Anna, and he's excited for the race. He is really proud of Kat, no matter what she thinks about herself. It must have been hard for her to see Maddie and jump back into the competitive world, but the way she helped Anna, he would have given her a gold medal if he could. It's finally the day of the race. They are finishing setting up the barn, which is looking beautiful. The mayor is really impressed with everything that Kat has done for the Winterfest. But she has one last errand to run, so she tells Ty to wait with Anna at the top of the mountain while she gets it done. Things get messy when she turns her ignition on, because her truck's engine isn't starting. She tries to get help, but everyone has already left. Anna is more nervous than ever as the time for the race gets closer, and there's no Kat to be seen. She makes Ty call Kat, but he can't get any reception at this altitude. Kat's truck finally starts, and she leaves a voicemail to Ty. Anna contemplates doing a practice run down the course before Kat arrives. This is when Maddie gets to the course with some of her students for a practice run. Anna mentions how highly Kat talks of Maddie, which is unexpected for her. Maddie wants to wait for Anna to finish her practice run before her students start doing theirs. So Anna decides to do the practice run by herself. Kat gets a call from Lindsay to get to the ski patrol, because Anna took a really bad fall and is shaken about it. Anna has lost all her mojo now, and doesn't want to do the race anymore, while Kat blames herself for not being there on time. Kat doesn't want her to leave feeling like a failure, without taking all her chances. Ty heads back to Anna to pack for their flight for the next morning, and Kat keeps feeling terrible about Anna. She feels like she failed as Anna's coach. Ty urges Anna to not give up and to go ahead with the race. He wants her to have faith in all the hard work she and Kat have put in throughout the last week. Anna is scared of wiping out again, but her father doesn't want her to give in because of fear. Both Anna and Ty are proud of each other for navigating life through its toughest turns, and they still turned out fine. With a newfound resolution, Anna gets up and decides to race. Kat shows up at the race and wishes good luck to Maddie and her students. She rejoices to see Anna ready for the race and hugs her. The race begins, and news channels are covering the event. The best performer so far is one of Maddie's students. It's Anna's turn now, and Kat just advises her to have fun. Anna makes her way down the course swiftly and smoothly, while Ty and Gus cheer for her. She is neck and neck with Maddie's star student at this point. Anna beats her and claims her spot as the winner of the exhibition race. Kat is doing a victory dance when Maddie congratulates her. They both agree to teach students that respond to their coaching styles and cooperate instead of competing. Winterfest is in full gear at sundown. Everyone is heading to the top of the mountain for the torch parade, and Kat and Ty are getting a bit cozy with each other. Derek approaches them because Maddie convinced him to check the Winterfest after all, and he is impressed with Bliss Valley. Maddie joins them and gives Kat her due credit, because she was a major part of her learning too. Things only get better as Derek offers to conduct the Junior Nationals at Bliss Valley, which sends Kat over the moon. She promises to get the town ready to host thousands of people by the time of the tournament. Looks like Bliss Valley finally got its big break. The night ends with a magnificent torch parade, as the mountain lights up in a red illuminate stream. Everyone claps and cheers, including Kat and Ty, standing next to each other in the audience. He gives her a rose and asks her to dance. They move in sync with the rhythm of the music when Kat tells him about her decision to take on more junior students. Ty will head back home tomorrow to sell his house in New York, so that he can settle in Bliss with Anna. He has discussed it with her, and she wants to be near her coach, at the perfect mountain for skiing and training for the Junior Nationals. He wouldn't miss New York, because everything he wants is right there. They lean in for a kiss, but get interrupted by an announcement that the fireworks are starting. As the fireworks light up the sky, Kat and Ty kiss under the bright sky and on the white snow, living in bliss and excited for their new beginnings.